say, Tom really did the lion's share of the work on this. I just get to be a bit of a mouthpiece, so thanks to Tom. So today, what we want to do is we want to offer one possibility of how iPads can redefine a learning experience for ourselves and for our students, mostly. We've talked about the Salmon model before, and we've seen that the whole sort of the epitome of the Salmon model is the redefinition of learning. That's always been a little confusing to me until I figured out, read something about a guy who talked about the redefinition, the way he sees redefinition of learning is the returning of control to learning to our students, such that they become more responsible for their learning and they become in control of it. And that way, they collaborate with each other, and together we learn things that maybe we hadn't imagined we would learn before. So that's the definition of redefinition that we're looking at today. Returning control of learning, how iPads can help us return control of learning to our students. It's going to be a bit messy for lots of reasons. Technology is messy, but iPads aren't any messier than pencils were when we were young or automobiles are. It's just we're used to so much of the technology that we use. It's become a part of the fabric of our life. Well, for our kids in school, iPads are part of the fabric of their lives, and it's not messy for them. It's messy for many of us because we're unfamiliar with it. But as soon as we trust that our kids can help us out with it, as soon as we trust that the messiness is not going to hurt us in any way, it becomes a much more sort of liberating and enjoyable experience to participate in this with our kids. So today is going to be a little bit messy, but we'll see how that goes. So we assume that one of the grand assumptions of this workshop is that we assume you guys are all learners. You know a lot. And more importantly, if you don't know, you know how to find out what you don't know. And so we're going to move forward with that assumption today.
That's it. There we go. And because we think that you can learn so quickly, we thought that we were going to return that learning to you. And we thought that we needed to make and show you how to have the iPad as an integral part of this learning. We want you immersed in it. And you're going to see that when you're immersed in it today, you're not going to be sitting here the whole time. In fact, we only want to talk for about 10 minutes at the most, and then we want to get into everything. And you're going to be able to go around the school and do what you need to do. But we'll help you with that. The one thing that we are definitely going to show you is how to turn it on. And you'll notice here that there's a button at the top. You slide your finger up and you'll see the big hole at the top. There's a button there to turn it on, and there's also a button there to turn it on. So if you're brand new to the iPads, that's how you turn it on. That's the one thing that you want to know. The other thing, right now, these are things that you might want to do throughout the day or throughout the 2 hours that we're working on. And it might be wise to take a picture of some of these things. Because we're not going to teach you this. These are Googleable, YouTubeable things that you can go, hey, I never really realized you could turn the caps lock on. I didn't realize that I could use Siri. I didn't realize, I don't even know what that is. And we're not going to tell you. You're going to learn that on your own. So take a picture right now.
Can I also add that in all likelihood, any child who can put an iPad in their hands right now, they know how to do all this stuff. So if you don't know how to do it, ask your students because they do.
Thanks, man.
For you.
Thank you.
Oh, where's it?
And the nice thing with iPads, I can tell when people are not done because holy fuck, right? But you still need a little bit of time. Okay. Everybody's good? Good to go. So now, one of the first things that we do in grade 1 and grade 2, a lot of the teachers will do, is they'll ask the students to turn their iPads over so that we have your attention. So could you turn your iPads back over? Because this stuff is the nitty-gritty of what we're going to do. And we're just going to ask them to pay full attention. And you can use that trick with your kids as well. We're going to be using Twitter, as I said. And you'll notice that there's one, two, three little posters, if you forget this stuff, that can help you. They're cheat sheets. Okay? You can take pictures of that, but you can stay in here. You can go down to the cafe. You can work wherever you want. Your account should be signed in on the ones that you already took from us. Or if you've got your own iPad, then use your own Twitter account. Okay? Don't sign out and sign into the Twitter. If for some reason it's not signed into Twitter, then you will notice that you can sign in with NIS China PD, and then the password is Nanjing, and it's an account that we created for you so that you can just tweet. The reason that we're using Twitter, by the way, is to connect and share. Now, if you're new to Twitter, it means that what you can do is you can type 140 characters. And characters are not letters, but they're letters and spaces and numbers or anything. So it's 140 characters. And it's not cap sensitive. So even though we've been showing NIS, China, capital PD, it doesn't have to be. It can be all lowercase, all uppercase, it can be whatever. It will still work. That hashtag, this is a hashtag, will still work. And we're going to ask that when you do any tweets today, that you need to use NIS China PD. I think John,
So let me just, for those of you who aren't familiar with what a hashtag is, let me just try and as quickly explain it as I can, because it's going to be really important, as Tom said, that you use this hashtag today and another. At any given moment, there are probably, I don't know, 10 million, 20 million, 100 million tweets happening right now. To try and find something in all of those tweets could be quite a difficult thing unless you have a way of organizing it. What hashtags are is their way of organizing tweets into folders or categories. So a hashtag basically just points to an idea. Today, our idea is NIS China PD. So anytime you want to find any idea today related to NIS China PD, as long as it contains this hashtag, you can, out of that 10 million, 20 million, 100 million tweets, you can quickly find anything related to NIS China PD. It's really important, though, that when you make a tweet, you finish it with, or at some place in the tweet, you use the hashtag NIS China PD. So what we've done is we've set up, so this is us today. Out of all those 100 million tweets, we're just going to be here today in NIS China PD. In addition to that, you're going to be working with your grade level teams. Okay? So maybe you want to find tweets that are just related to the work that you and your grade level teams do today. We've created another hashtag for that. So, how do I use this thing again? So, for example, NIS grade 1, you guys have a hashtag already. You have a place to meet with your ideas. Grade 2 has one, grade 3 has one, grade 4 has one, and grade 5 has one.
they're up on here as well.
So, when you tweet today, when you share information today, if you are part of the grade 1 team, and you want other grade 1 people to find your tweets very easily, include this hashtag. This hashtag will point to the idea of NIS grade 1 or any idea that's shared.
Just that hashtag? Or should they use it?
They should use both, but especially if you want your team to just see your grade 1 tweets or grade 2 tweets. Okay? So, this is what a tweet might look like today. Okay? You might say what you want to say, and then you'll see the hashtag NIS China PD and NIS China grade 1. When that tweet is sent out, it will be sent into the Twitter sphere, as they call it, all the billions of tweets that are out there, but it's also going to be put in a nice little place where you can find it here or here, simply by searching for it. Tom will show you how to do that.
So when you're in Twitter, if you need to find tweets, and how we're going to communicate with you is through tweeting. Because we're going to go up to the cafe. We want to go have some coffees during today. But you'll search for NIS China PD, and you'll search for tweets that are coming from ITTECH Design, because that's my Twitter handle. I'm going to tweet to you certain things. First, I'm going to tweet, your publications for your grade level, and you're going to use that as your lens for today, and you want to make it personal for yourself. So anything that you do, think about it as, how is this actually important to me? Okay, there we go. So what are we actually going to do though? We're going to connect, we're going to create, we're going to share our learning experiences. And we're going to do that by sending you very open-ended ideas, very open-ended questions. We're not telling you which apps to use. That's up to you. We're not asking you to come to us and go, what should I do? Because then that would be learned helplessness. We're asking you to work among yourselves, but everybody, because you all have your own iPad, everybody should be tweeting. Because this is meant as a one-to-one. It's not meant as a group project. You can work as a group and come up with ideas, but please tweet individually. Connect is how we connect to our sources. Create is how do we create something to share our understanding with others. And share is how do we share. Okay? And our sharing is going to be through Twitter, as you said. So, and we're going to explore that through the provocations. Now, the thing that you're going to be able to use on Monday in your class are feeds. And you've probably been seeing them around on the TVs. They've had this wall of silver. And I'm going to show you that right now. And how you can do this on Monday. If you have iPads. Sorry. Just trying to get this out.
Can I just add something really?
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the idea of connecting and creating and sharing. When we talk about connecting with our kids, we talk about our children and ourselves being able to connect to sources of information that can help us learn what we need to learn. And those connections can be digital, they can be through websites, they can be online, they can be they don't have to be digital at all. They can be connecting with an expert who knows something about what you're looking for. So the idea of connecting is just the idea of kids connecting to the things that they need to look into so they can learn what they need to learn, or that we can learn what we need to learn. Creating is the idea of taking our learning and creating something that's shareable with other people. And then the sharing part is, of course, enriching whatever learning is out there by adding our own understandings and our own ideas to it.
Wall of silver. Now there's a lot of different Twitter feeds out there, and they're on those little posters, those little pictures around the room. But the one that we found that seemed to be the best is Wall of Silver. The reason it's the best is because it shows you the pictures that you take as well. If you don't tweet a picture, it will just show you your picture, your profile picture. But if you show a picture, then it shows it nice and big. So what we would do is we would come down here in your class, and you might use NIS grade 1, but today we're going to use NIS China PD. And we're going to start to see all the tweets that have already been going on with NIS China PD. And these will pop up as the day goes on. So some people have already done some tweets. Cool. We can do that right away. Now what we're going to ask you to do right now is you're going to take a selfie with another person. We need some music to get that selfie going. And when you take your selfie, as soon as we see some selfies are up there, we're going to send out your provocations that you're looking for and finding through INSET Design. And then we're going to send you what you need to do with those provocations. So, without further ado,